people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go wrong. No one to trust, my people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer, no work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. People fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go wrong. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us.
No see girl begin they go up and down no more you say Rari. You got my patient as come so that it go tell you a story. Girl picking up Emma is small, no forget me own respect. Me and you no go able pay them for the one with them on me. So do you mind the words and know what you for say? Do you mind the action and know what you for do? Excuse me, madam, waiting on your name.
My name Sunita.
Okay, I want to talk with you.
No problem.
Have been seeing you they go up and down, waiting on your mission. You go school.
Oh yes, but really I know go far.
What it make you not continue? They call you young too.
No long story, uncle. Really I thought so.
I really want for no the because myself get your picky.
No long story, uncle. It's too sorry, yo.
I like it long like monkey breed. Tell me you never know.
Me mama died the same day where you born me. Me love you, papa. Now you no more been to take care. They give me all kind college because I've been there trying to school. You know we get much, but I know when they sleep hungry. It's struggle for me. For say Alambo. Man can predict well, but God and get the final say.
Waiting, making up continue. Just left it so.
It's so sorry, uncle. I don't want for member around.
Tell me Sonita, cause I really want to know.
I lost me daddy by the rebel war. Rebel they attack the village. I in there hold me. They want for kill me, go me daddy tower. He say no. Because it's our, now before me, they begin torture him. Waiting I be thinking so take the broken teeth. When they no say me daddy like me so much, now that's make the heart ram. Dengue and the gun now. They say, well, you kill your begin. Where daddy turn watch me. What I run, I know be a boss cry for me loving papa. You can aid, key and command, say kill you begin. We are seeing blood get splash, so God I nearly faint. I tell daddy say kill me, if none no more go save your life. Daddy look me in the eye, shaking head and boss cry. Daddy hold the gun in the hand, but to God enough fire. Daddy says Sunita, I don't get mine for kill you. Make I die with this pain. Once no more, your life go more. They kill him before me. They say, well, you baby papa. Oh, what a wicked people. I've not ever seen a life. Now this, now my problem. Where they kill me up and down. Now, make your soul rest in peace.
I don't say it painful, so later.
Papa, oh, I never get you kind of gay.
What no erasing? Why make it do so?
Papa, oh, I never get you kind of gay. This is J-Bank's music.
And I feel pain on my heart because of your story. Have faith on it. And believe in the mighty God. But waiting you go one fall to now, for you living tomorrow.
I want for further me education. College could be the best for me. I want for make sure for fulfill me daddy dream. Daddy not there today, oh, daddy spirit there with me.
I don't get much on it, but I'm gonna try for help you. And so don't choose book learning. I'm gonna try my level best. Let progress on it and believe in the mighty God.
Papa, oh, make your soul rest in peace.
I don't say it painful, so later do ya all you can.
Papa, oh, I never get you kind of gay.
What no erasing? Why make it do so?
Papa, oh, I never get you kind of gay.
What? Come on.
Why you are, baby, than you are? Why you are, baby, than you are? Why you are, baby, than you are? Why me than you are? Why you are, baby, than you are? Why you are, baby, than you are? Why you are, baby, than you are? Why me than you are? Mami jane da se je gon dimanda. Mami jane da se je gon dimanda. Mami jane da se je gon dimanda. you gon' demand it. That's what you gon' demand it. Mama Jane, that's what you gon' demand it. Mama Jane, that's what you gon' demand it. That's what you gon' demand it.
On the right, all the girls on the left. Keyboard. Eba son no me, wake mo baby. Beji, Davoji, Beji, Davoji, Beji, Davoji. Sa, 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 sa. Yeah. Let me tell you, we are so the boy I used to eat. Can't pour it more than, God pour it more than, chicken pour it more than, the one I had me more about it, all pour it more than, Distance, so the person is going to be eating your thing and the person eating it. Ain't fair like that.
Folks, that was a super great traditional music. LRB all the way. You know, sometimes people want to do the, wasting something not too bad. But let me tell you something. Liberia has natural talent, but no help. And I do it on purpose. I know some people don't like it. What kind of music they may play? But let me tell you something. It is all about promoting our own culture, our own tradition, right here in America, and we share it with the rest of the world. Liberia Today Media, under the Abraka Talk Show, we got over 43,000 human beings that follow us at different times. When we do this, we give it to a bigger coverage, the global village. And there are a lot of people, let me just give you the phone, right? It is real. This business, even though it is dangerous, but it is interesting. When you are involved with a talk show story, you become public, your life become public. Even to keep your low privacy is no more. I'm telling you a real story. Ask some people in your corner that do this. Somebody called me and said, man, I'm not too technologically equipped, blah, 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 but I watch your show, everything you said, I like it, but guess what? I really love the music you play. Is there any way that you can give me a copy? I will pay for it. It sounds funny, right? But it is serious. I am not joking. Let me tell you something right here in America. For example, this guy, how they call him? Kevin Hart, something like that. I'm not too sure, but H-U-R-T is his either H-A-R-T or H-U-R-T is his last name. He does the commercial on TV. He has little over 3.5 million net worth. People that make other people or people that entertain other people, my people, that big money, if we could just build it a little bit. Comedians here in America, for example, people that just sit there and put their own talent together, other people support them to make other people laugh. They make a lot of money out of that. They become millionaires to a point where people live in the football field, live in the basketball field, they want to become a comedian. Or maybe they want to do this commercial. Like this guy, former basketball player. You know, I told you I'm not a sport person, but I try, just for the fun of it, the history of it. He used to be a basketball player. O'Neal now, most of these electronic products, including HP, Canyon printer, and all those other electronic, if you go to office, you might see big picture. You know how much money that guy making? He left the basketball field. I'm telling you. We get natural talents in Liberia, even folks that manage to come here, but whatever means right here in America. They didn't go to school for music, they didn't go to school for nothing. When they put their music together, they went to school for it. Look at, for example, Eric Johnson. Just the beat alone, even though the beat kind of not, not get much good quality because of the studio they use to get it done. But we're not supporting them. They don't stand to talk about it here. America Got Talent. People go to this school, elementary school, middle school, high school. They grab talent from there. They carry it to bigger platform. America Got Talent. Why not we establish Liberia Got Talent? And promote the people. But you see, when we come here, sometimes people, we just talk about politics. That's true. I will always quote Musa Berete. Government in any country, especially poor countries in Africa, but Liberia is, to be specific, Liberia, government behavior has a major negative impacts or positive impacts on our life, depending how they behave. And that's why you don't see anything going further. Nobody say 100 years old or more than 100 years old trouble, 100 years old problem should be solved in 5 years. But God, for God in heaven's sake, what is the starting point? What is the blueprint? The blueprint to get started, to get it better, small. But everything, either through quick impact project or money filling. Can you imagine Hotel Africa is still vandalized? Ellen stay in power for 12 years straight. They didn't even touch it. Liberia at this point cannot even host any serious guest. I don't even remember where Jobu stayed when he went to Liberia. I don't even know. Probably he stayed at the embassy. Excuse me. Maybe. I just wanted to give you that flip. So let me tell you something. Any music from Liberia, Liberian music or Liberian artists, musical artists, even those that are in the movie industry, I found one of them, I will bring them, I will do my part. Whether that gospel, whether that traditional music, whether that everyday music, whether it's sounding good to you, it's not sounding good to you, then that's my story. My story is to profile them and to promote them. No CD, no regular cassette. How do people get money to do all the talents and put them up there? They have said to us with consistency, the more we stream their music, the better it is. Let me tell you something. The reason why I play music here, no interruption, I pay YouTube $22.95 every single month. YouTube Premium. And that's what I told our regular followers. I said, Papa, that's true, but guess what? I ain't even get patient to put out on CD to send it to you, or to put it on stick to send it to you. The best way you do it, go on YouTube and pay small money and go for YouTube Premium. Anything want play music, you use your email address, and the Gmail address will be better. But any email address should be able to work for you. You plug it in there, you can play all your favorite music from right there. If you know the need, just type it in and say it'll pop up. And the good news is, when you play for the first, second time, all the other ones that follow that one will just start popping up. That's what I told them. I say I could do it for you, but I say I don't get that patient. Yeah, I get plenty to do. So my people, I beg you. Those of us that get internet unlimited, we're not living in Liberia. I know, yes, some people using simple mobile. They gotta get it on the Wi-Fi in the home, all that stuff. I don't need that because I'm using Verizon. If you want to go somewhere, your internet not working, can borrow your data. When I move on there, go off. Let's promote our people. Everybody across the board, whether that's secular music, whether that gospel, whether that traditional, whether that my brother Alvin P say Bema. Bema, the people in the music industry, they know what they call Bema. Let's promote our people. Let's showcase our own talent, our own tradition. This America here, watching somewhere on the, something they call, how they call it? Halloween. People make money on that. They get a candle. They're going from door to door. What they looking good at? Well, let me tell you something. Anything that has to do with America, American people make it look better. Even if it's not looking better, they make it look better. Even though we are here, we ain't get so poor. We keep going on the clock, coming out of the clock. Anybody, this is just me. Typical Liberian person doing something, I will promote them. That best thing, I know I'm not doing that one, I will go to you. A no Liberian person, an African person doing it, I will deal with African person. That's just me. That's how I'm looking. Let's try. That's the reason we do what we do. It's not so much of the taste of music. Hey, come on, man. I got it accessible. I can go in my bedroom and get plucked, or maybe I just sit down here, bring my girls together, start play music. But they want that special because when I play a year, plenty people listen to it and plenty people hit the button. Some people are taking, I just wanted to do that before we go to the real issue. So tonight, let me read a topic for you. My people, I beg you. You try your possible best to read the topics before you get on the show, before you call. You try. I'm not forcing you, but I'm just telling you, it's a good thing to do. It is good to know the conversation before you join the conversation or the discussion point. So tonight we're going to be discussing trending issues in Liberia. Other than trending issue, we get A, B, C, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3, okay? Number 1 is 5-day biometric voter registration experience by Liberians in Liberia. Number 2 is, which is B actually, President George Weah's secret visit to the United States. Under C, and let me tell you something, anybody you got information on these 3 topics under trending issues, just call. Tonight I will try my possible best to open the line earlier than usual, okay? Then we all talk if we get something to talk. Then see, we got what was the nature of the United States CIA director visit to Liberia. Y'all know the United States CIA director visited Liberia recent time and met with President Weah and other major stakeholders in the security sector. What is the reason? We don't know, but I'm going to speculate because they're not telling us. So we speculate. Liberian people say anywhere you find smoke, there is a possible fire. How come the man left? Now President Weah is coming to America. They're not telling us why. The State Department invite. Good job. Out of the A, B, and C, what is your take? Okay? So tonight, we're going to just use a few clips. Because our human rights report from State Department, United States State Department on Liberia, this quarter, just go look at it. Don't take it from my mouth because me are talking plenty. Go check it out. Our country is not going anywhere soon. Even their voter registration, their biometric. My people, almost 80 to 85% are illiterate in Liberia. Even the people in Monrovia, they cannot read and write. Back up them. No awareness, no voter, no nothing. And you tell the people to go register online. Oh God, yeah. I'll cry for Liberia. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the clips. Stay tuned. We're gonna go to the clips, few of them. We're gonna start with Nathaniel McGill. Let me tell you something. Because that's the first thing on the list. I'm looking at it right here. Myself looking at it. My own topic, I'm looking at it. After that, we'll go to the next. We're starting with A, we're going to B. We just played a clip that shows like things are not okay. Nathaniel McGill was interviewed by the media today in Maigibi County after he successfully registered to vote. At least somebody would say that opposition, or they don't want to make the government low bar, they want to make election commission low bar, but they made a stalwart of the CDC-led government. Best political friend and personal friend to George Weah. Former officials of the government, in fact, equivalent prime minister, the man was literally running the country. Former minister of state and presidential affairs. Big man. Nathaniel McGill. After he successfully registered today to vote, the media interviewed him, and you'll listen to him. Don't take it from me. Listen to McGill.
Welcome to LNTV Live. This is LNTV coming to you from the Rock International School in Lower Maigibi County, where all right, so Maigibi County senatorial aspirant, the former minister,
we are back.
Nathaniel McGill is here with us, and he has just registered.
And you see with his voter registration card.
Mr. McGill, welcome to the press.
Thank you.
Well, we see today you just registered to vote on October 10th. Tell us, how was the process?
Well, to be honest with you, the process is extremely slow. See thousands of people here want to register to be sent for, and all they can register. So maybe this is the first day we'll see, but we hope the system can improve. I wish we would have done the whole system since this morning. For the last 4 to 5 hours now, we have not even registered 20%. It's very worrisome. I hope that would take more time. So we can improve the system. Look at the number of people here who want to register, send it BNC morning. I think that's a major problem that we're experiencing right now. A lot of people are complaining.
Mr. McGill, for the first time we are using the biometric system. What's your take on that?
Well, honestly, some of the concern we have, we can see it now, we are experiencing no concern. I'm wondering, since they are using solar panel, my Liberia rained a lot. And now the counties, the project will be done late April and early May. And it will be raining sufficient in Liberia. I don't know whether we'll be able to raise sufficient people and the people want to say. You can see the enthusiasm with it. I'm concerned as to whether or not we'll be able to raise more people through the neck during the registration process. I hope we can find a solution, because Liberians want to exercise their franchise, because this election is a consequential election. You know, 2023, there will be no midterm election. The next election after 2022 will be 2029. So Liberians who are now the opportunity to vote to register want to do so. So I hope they will take the necessary precautionary action to make sure that this is going to improve, so they can register more people and people are turning out for registration.
Now you've registered. What's a message to citizens of Maigibi County, electable
Well,
voters?
I'm just encouraging citizens to turn out to register. This is not a time of campaign. This is time to encourage every citizen. Go and register and make a decision. Decide who you want to be a leader. They are voting for 15 senators. They'll be voting for president and vice president. They'll be voting for 17 representatives. They have the right to decide who they want to vote for. And we want the process to be transparent. And so Liberians will decide whoever Liberians choose, they will be the leaders of our country. So we want to see that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
One last question, Mr. McGill. Apart from the awareness from NEC, what's your own level of awareness as it comes to the voter registration process?
Well, as a citizen of Liberia, I've been playing my role to encourage citizens across the whole country to go and to come and register. Now that registration has started, we're encouraging them as a citizen of this country. I have a responsibility to encourage our people to go and tell and register because they have to vote and they have to make decisions. We hope the election will be free, fair, transparent. They will decide whoever they want to be their leader, that person will be the leader of Liberia. And we'll all respect and support that decision. So we are encouraging them, we just hope the system works so that our citizens who are standing out to vote will not stay in the line but hold it and get frustrated by some of the technical problems that we are experiencing right now.
Well, this is Lower Magibi. Is your awareness affecting Upper Magibi, Kakata area?
I mean, the entire country. I'm getting reports across the entire country that people are very enthusiastic. They want to register. Mind you, 6 years ago, a lot of young people who were 15 years old, and some of them were 12 years old, they did not register. They want to participate. So you see a lot of young people here who want to take part. They want to experience what they call voting. So they want to vote for their leader. They know who they want to vote for. I wouldn't say who they want to vote for, but I know they know who they want to vote for. But they just want to have that right to register because they may not have it for the next 6 years if they don't exercise it in 2023.
It's no secret that you'll be contesting the Senate. Liberians are concerned. Will you be going on the CDC ticket or will you be going as independent?
That is too early for me to say for now. I'm a member of the CDC. I have not made a decision. But you know, we'll make a decision at a lot of the people will know. I'm currently a member of the CDC, so people know that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you so much. Well,
That was the voice.
Just chatted with the press. NMTV coming to you live from the Rock International School in Lower Magdalene County. Senatorial has just registered. This is NMTV coming to you.
They didn't pay attention to him. He brained himself. Yeah, it costs for me to repeat what I achieved over there. I'm going to do it. I got no fear, I got no regret because this thing is long overdue. Why would Abba cheer? Let the best possible life and staffers and the legislative continue to suffer. We are agitating for our church benefit. 72 months.
You spoke to other contact and you told us that you were going to talk to us today. And the day
we agreed to the meeting today when they decided to intimidate us by saying the personal staffers should not go in the meeting. They are going to deal with the same kind of staffers. And the meeting was being joined. Even their staffers, senators that did not return. What happened to the money that they work for? Those money should resettle them. So, as I speak, I don't value anything called life now.
Josh, but how long are you going to stay here?
As long as our chair will not speak to the issue of our money, I will remain here up to tomorrow.
I told you were called to a meeting today.
Our chair has strongly led the meeting. He has strongly led the meeting by saying that the meeting will not be for Senator Starbucks, Unde and Senator Nutrition Starbucks. So I want my life to lead on our chair for our church benefit of the Liberian Senate.
Josh, how long are you going to be here?
As long as our chair will not speak to my money, for the issue of our money, I will remain here. Up to tomorrow, up to the annual matches. So we call you as we are being the father of this country to ensure intervene about the issue of our Liberian component that have been taken from us over the years illegally.
You are the leader here.
Oh, okay, no problem. No problem. So, madam, I'd like to welcome you again.
Thank you.
And I'd like you to start off by introducing yourself and then your relationship to the late Melvin.
My name is Ruth Petmo Pakai, and I'm his aunt.
And you are?
Grace Petmo, from his aunt.
First cousin.
So, ma'am, tell us, you guys will have to start off telling us why you're here today.
Okay, we are here to speak out on the murder of our son. For us, our family, it was murder. We have reached the conclusion that our son was murdered. We're not accepting any suicide. Our son was murdered. And we are only here so that government can be able to tell us why he was murdered and who murdered him.
Who was Melvin prior to his death?
Melvin was a gentle giant. Melvin was very lovable, kind, funny, gentle. Melvin was everybody's friend. That's who Melvin was. A gentle giant.
What was your last interaction with Melvin prior to his death?
The last interaction with Melvin was on the phone. Before Melvin left to go up on the tour with the president, he called, and that was the tradition he had. He called his grandmother and asked for prayer. He did that all the time. And that was the last time he called and he was going on the tour with the president, and we should pray for him. That was the last time. That was the last time.
You earlier spoke about raising Melvin, helping to raise Melvin. What sort of child did you know him from his childhood to be?
Melvin lost his mother when he was under 3 years old. So we raised Melvin, his mother's family, we raised him. His mother was the sister between two of us. She was next to me. And Melvin, we raised him in our family in a Christian home. This is the first cousin right here. All of these kids were raised together. Melvin had never had any problem. He was raised as a normal child. Loving and caring. That's who Melvin was. And when he became a young man, he went into the world with the same attitude. Today, you will see people talk about Melvin all over. They will give you the character of Melvin. That's why when people come to us and tell us that our son killed himself, this family, no matter where you take us, this family is not going to accept that our son is not even capable of killing a fly. He's going to kill himself? No. If our son wanted to kill himself, he was a trained officer. He would have taken a single bullet. He would not torture himself by shooting all over his body. Who would want to torture themselves? And the circumstances surrounding this death is what really have the family to say, our son did not kill himself. And we want to know who killed him and why. That's why.
What have you been told by the government?
They say he committed suicide. The family said, no. Capital N-O, no. He did not commit any suicide. The people took Melvin's life and we won't answer for that. He will not serve his country for 15 years on a decent record. Then you kill him and want to bury him for that record to go into history? No wonder. We want our son's name to be clear. He never killed himself. We want justice for Melvin. They must clear Melvin's name. Then the government got the nerve to come to us after they killed our son. It took 2 weeks. Nobody came to us to even say, "Oh, you're sorry." Nobody came to us to say anything to us, to even officially explain to us how our son died. That has not happened from government yet. But 2 weeks after his death, they come to us to ask about his burial. 3 weeks after his death, they come to say they can only embalm him.
Have you seen the body of Melvin?
I've seen the body. I've seen the body of Melvin. And the body I saw, he had dressing on this side of his head, he had dressing here, and he had a dressing here. When I looked on his abdomen, I saw a hole through his shirt. I saw a hole there. When I was trying to go lower to the legs, we were not allowed to go that far. They would have to bring her home. So those things are assault on my son. I'm sorry. I need a different answer than the suicide. We're not going to settle. This family will not settle for any kind of suicide. He must fill up the record that he made for this government. He gave his life. This is a man who put his life on the line when you are working with the president. Do you know that a bullet comes that the bullet guys can take bullet for the president? Now this is the man who is laying down his life for his country. Then he stayed all night working. He was not a madman. He worked all night guarding his president. He was not a madman. But suddenly in the morning, he gets mad, he takes a gun, and he kills himself. Does that make any sense to anybody? It does not make sense to us. We will not buy that.
Have you been able to talk to any of Melvin close friends, confidant?
All of Melvin's friends that we know, even the ones that were dancing at his wedding just in October, they danced there in the ring. Not a single one has called to say sorry. Nor has anybody come to us, including government itself. Nobody has been to us. Nobody has been to us to sympathize with us. It was only, I think, like last 2 weeks after his death that they sent a low-class EPS people to come find out about his burial. After they posted on the Executive National website that they were investigating, they have not come back to us to tell us the result of the investigation, or they have come back to tell us, hey, you can find out how you're going to bury him. The body has not even turned over to us. Woman still has his body. Tomorrow will make it 3 weeks. Woman still has that body.
I mean, some people are concerned about why have you been so quiet for a while since the incident, the family now.
Yes.
Why has the family been so quiet?
You see, that's exactly what the family is, a quiet family. But the reason why we have been sitting back, from the day of Melvin's death news when he hit us, his wife has been in hiding. His wife has been terrified, has been in hiding. So if we are going to protect our daughter, we can't come to the public, hoping that it was just going to be few days thing. But now, with 3 weeks tomorrow.
Why is she in hiding? Why?
The reason she's in hiding, I can speak to that. It is a maybe it was about security issue or something like that. Yes.
Now for any kind of a motive, with any kind of intent, you see I'm on 2 days to 10 days. No, I didn't do that. What happened was very simple. We succeeded in a protest. The protest, the finance minister with the 12 called me, talked to me. He said, I think the protest. They make available. Listen to the story. Don't ask me questions. Why? They make 3 months available in a protest. So everybody jubilated this and that. Then came the Chief Justice, Princess Coco, who said that the grounds of the judiciary were not placed. People should protest for any other reason. He wanted to prove the point to me that he was subduing. Now, he didn't know who he wanted to subdue me. The first thing I know, my grandma told me what I did at the age of 3. That's it 2. It was my birthday, which of course I born August 7. She said she wanted to cook, I know, those who come from Maryland, there's some of they big wrap, they call it tabadu. They can dry, open it up. She said she was going to give me a heat. Then my cousin, I just come from Oregon, and she loved my cousin more than, people are, biased too. Love is biased. Yeah. So she went to get anything, I saw it, I raised, I started crying. So she tried to think that she can control me. I didn't cry until my grandma came. My grandma told me, I told my grandma, she said she was going to give me the, she gave me, she gave it up. So my grandma, she said, she gave me an all, I refused to give. So for that time, my grandma said, I don't want to ask you. Like what she said, boy, I'll be son of home. And my grandma said, no, man, what did it all? Hey, man, I refused my own food. So one was trying to know the story and this and that, right? Fred, Bunny, all the one happened. Still, the nation did not know that Achifo can do anything again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But look at my history. Hunger strike. That one went look. Hunger hold you the first day. You can bear it. You can manage it. The second day. Look, the testing can start. Then it will get dry. The one that will end up at 10 to 12, I will finish. And luckily for me, one guy that the guy who I started talking to the guy said, actually, you're not looking good. I call Kevin, announcing. And right in town, the ambulance came. I was sick. So when they issue on the thing, the teacher, they said, everybody started calling me. Have you seen a full crash? 12,000 workers coming to actually say, come in this place of people trying to put that to you. I said, no, we can't do it. It is going to find a place of people. Then they say the guy wait for you to arrest you and all that kind of things. I said, teacher, they can't do it. I said, let me go see, but before I go and see, I already prepared. What will happen. So when I went up on Tuesday for the break, you saw the video, right?
Yeah.
So it was the break that provoked me now to say, but the teacher said, I don't think he thinking the way I think, to say, oh, the way they put people, everybody go by the way. Now, because now you feel, we engage the government through you, because if you read Article 37 of the American Constitution, say, but people have petition your representative. Where am I working? Judiciary. Who are representative in the government? That teacher said, who's your petition? He, right? Then the government said, bring it where? Then you won't make it personal. Say you won't make it personal, make it personal between me and myself. Because if the teacher they put you in jail, who the law will go say for you? Nobody. So the teacher them myself, right? So we'll go there. So what did it? So anything you want to keep me in jail, what will happen when that happen? So I'm not even thinking about jail. I just want to prove a point. Say you want to prove a point. That's what I prove a point. Who point me pick up? What's up? And at the end of my life, right now, I'm with you, right? I know you know that the way I know, I keep on doing it, I keep on swearing. I realize today, but the food you eat, it's also killing you. Because you know what you can take that day, you say, oh, stop this thing. Oh, I have to work it. Oh, you're killing you. So you're killing yourself, you maybe you find, but inside you, maybe who knows? You understand? So don't look at my continuous team who got that. Who knows? They have to tell you. Oh, I'll be clear. So that is what, so that what happened, you know. So then she does anything, I can say, oh, I keep talking about you, it's embarrassing. For me, what they are, oh, anybody say how embarrassing. Because my movement alone is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I think he wasn't thinking. Right now, I know he's regretting it for me. There's no regret. I'm not going to shy about who I am. I am who I am right now. Finish. So it was not anything. You have to think about it. You can help me. Yes, you have to contribute. You contribute right now. So
you can see who have said that the lawmaker represents district number 8 and he has the right to move and a part of the district for which the University of Liberia main campus is also part of it. While some believe that a statement is the reaction or in provocation of the student representative grade goes down. The students are currently on campus. Some of you watching our other previous live. So his folks to join them. You will notice that to have lunch, soup, this afternoon, Kosa, and our groupies. So the guys gather on the campus. So Representative Gray is being seriously flanked by guys who are very much well built. And I hope that the militants
All right, folks, we're going to stop it right there. We got too many clips. We can't play all, okay? We're not finished tonight. So I'm going to start with the first day of biometric voter registration. First time in Liberia history. It's not a bad idea. Don't get me wrong. It is not a bad idea. Are we prepared for it? No. Are you going to test your student without giving them material, coursework materials, and you expect them to pass that test? and you expect them to make better progress? The answer is no. The answer is no. In the first place, why should we even be registering to vote at this time, 21st century? We don't need to do that. Construction people say renovating or building, it is more expensive than constructing a new building or structure. In human resources, hiring new employees is more expensive than retaining one. Because the person has been working for the last 2, 3 years or 5 years or 7 years or 10 years, and you bring in new people, you can easily increase their rate, their salary, and you can make the job flexible and they will stay. But the person you bring in, that so many things involved. Number one, they might not like their pay rate. Number two, they might not like the schedule. Number three, they could be demanding the weekends. If you don't give it to them, they will go. Number four, you're going to use a lot of resources, including training. You have to train it, and it will cost you money. So the best thing to do is to come up with a better retention program to keep the people you got there already to do the job. Okay, that's what they say. I just gave it to you, then let me say so. So the whole idea of biometric, it is not a bad idea. But hold on a minute. I said it in Liberia recently when I was there, right? Under Ellen, they came up with this national ID card system. I know for sure, during some year, time they started that process. How far did it go? I do not know. But let me give you some policy prescription. Not for the government because they're on their way out. Joseph Aker going to take over. It's just a matter of time. For the new government, my people, they think it's... Look, let me tell you something. It is not... Look, people say Liberia's situation or problem is complicated. It is not complicated. It is the leaders who are not honest people. The leaders are not sincere. The leaders are not honest. The leaders don't love the country, my people. And you can see it glaring. Liberia fought war for 14 years. You got sitting representative going on university campus to provoke the students in the military style. Who need to tell you what's going on? Is that what the lawmakers should be doing? The University of Liberia is in your district. It is dilapidated. The learning environment is not even conducive. You don't worry about that as a representative for that district. You go there to prove your point, like Achim Popon said. They don't prove point on policy prescription, but they prove point on poor people. To show their muscles, their political muscles. To poor people, they do not show their political muscle on how to better the lives of the people using their political power. It is shameful, spineless. Let me use the word of Delon. I can't agree for example. Then you also say Liberia problems is complicated. It is not complicated. We got a bunch of dishonest political leaders, elected, appointed. The majority are just dishonest people. Excuse me. That is who they are. They are insincere. They are not honest people. They have no integrity. No audacity of integrity. That is our major problem. And let me tell you something. Plus education, manners, integrity, and honesty and love for country equals 0. That is what it is. That is what it is. Let me just define your conflict of interest based on my recent experience. And I asked a female lawyer, purely white, Caucasian, pure white. And I asked them this question. What is this thing about, everybody talking about conflict of interest. For me, when I bring in my story, I can bring real story. And the lady explained to me. She said, attorney at law. She said, what's your name? I said, I called my name to her. He said, you know why? She said, because the person who is in charge of the case, he said, he don't want to talk about conflict of interest. He said, what's your name? I said, I called my name to her. He said, what's your name? I said, I called my name to her. He said, you know why? If you and Peter Brown or maybe Mary Brown having a matter, let's take for instance, civil matter. And Mary called us by getting our number on Google. Even if the criminal matter is the same application, she said to me. And Mary called looking for representation and explained to us about the nature of that representation, legal representation in court. For some reason, we could not take it, or maybe they did not have our retainer fees, or whatever that situation was. Mary gone. They left the land, they gone their business. They call another law friend, they call another law friend, they call another law friend. She said to me, by law, we have to record that conversation in our system because I wanted to know what's up. She said, by law. I said, okay. Then she go on further to say, the fact that Mary Brown make that call, and your friends make this, call later, and it is you are the party to Mary Brown matter, that representation. By the time you call, the person will ask you, who is the party? You gotta give her their name. That's all you need to do. We already got your name, and we need your telephone number because they already called. When we scan it through our system, Mary Brown and Papa, we are conflicted. We cannot represent you in court. That was the definition of conflict of interest this attorney gave me, because I was wondering why. And if Mary Brown called about 10 law friends in that locale, and you call that 10 law friends, all of them will tell you the same thing. So I'm saying this to say, how can you have a certain representative using their political office in the name of NGO? They say, no, they want part of my personal thing here. But you government official, you are making law, you are in an environment of policy making. You use your university, you use your power and take content development fund and give it to students that go into that your university in terms of Thomas Fowler, for example. And give it to your citizens. It is not conflict of interest. That one for Thomas Fowler. Thomas Fowler goes to Capitol Building. He is the committee chair on Ways, Means, and Finance. Then he come to my other uncle, and so my uncle and my people. Then he come to my other uncle, Sir Joe, for example. He's a good man. Let's get it straight. He's a good man, but they are conflicted on the basis of simple conflict of interest definition. You cannot be here and be here at the same time, especially representing people. Sir Joseph is committee chair on executive at the Liberian Senate. He is the number 2 person by statute. When the protein is not present, Sir Joseph take on to the gavel to lead members of the Senate to their whatever plenary. Because the vice president is just there unceremoniously. They have no voting right. Even when they are present, they say that the Senate president, because there's a constitution that people don't understand. They want to bleed Joseph Walker all the time. That's why we can be forcing the education in their brain. Democratic countries all over the world, the vice president seat is a constitutional spy office on the legislature. The only way you're going to understand it, maybe you got to be like me, or people that did political science, government, and international public administration. That's the only way you're going to understand it. Okay? So how can you have a certain lawmaker, they are using their political power that the people surrender to them and carry on humanitarian business and building homes all over the place, coming to America, getting thank you buses. They use our duty-free privileges and they get it over to Monrovia and they give it to their own superintendent. CDC superintendent to manage it. They say they are doing better for the people of Muslim County. It is shameful. It is shameful. And y'all say down there, y'all say Liberia problem is complicated. It is not complicated. Y'all give me that country for 36 months. Y'all will see whether it is complicated or not. How can a lawmaker be buying yellow machine? That your job? How can a lawmaker buy yellow machine to go in greater road? That your job there? Then what kind of job public work should do, my people? I thought you're supposed to be creating a real legislative political checkpoint for the executive under one of the responsibilities, oversight, making laws and representing people, advocating on their behalf. Y'all show me one lawmaker that, put for a law, a co-author. This one will benefit the people. Y'all show me one lawmaker or two or three that have hold the executive to question it and make sure the law that they pass it is implemented. Y'all show me one. But what they are doing in the name of majority, for example, they wrote for money and they took it, and they allowed someone to do it right. They said Brennan Samuka used the AFF pension money for AFF deployment in Mali to work with United Nations quote-unquote peacemaking, right? Not only that, you see, only in Liberia they think can happen. There is a law, how do I call it? They call it double jeopardy. Constitutional governments and democracy all over the world, nobody is supposed to be punished 2 times for a commission of a single crime. They punished Brennan Samuka. He was in court and out of court. Okay? To a point where they sent him to jail. They didn't send him to jail. He got a plea bargain. In addition to that, he lost his seat that he had no business losing because he won before adjudication king. But they did all of the political maneuvering just so Brennan Samuka cannot go into the Liberian Senate or cannot join the Liberian Senate, excuse me. That is who we are. You think that love for country? That's not love for country, it's I, me, and myself. That is why it is. When we talk, I think we're just talking about mufti here. Liberia probably not complicated. It is not complicated. Even if we decide not to have the war crime, but at least let our political leaders change their behavior. Their ugly behavior, their country is too small. This country is too small that people get to power political, they just want to grab everything and keep the people down there. How can you have a sitting lawmaker planned provocation and were executed? The very University of Liberia they went to, they can't even advocate for students. They go over there to advocate on their own behalf and their political institution they come from. Then they call themselves general and nobody say anything. Justice Minister doesn't say anything and they're doing the actual rebel behavior of a general. War days rebel behavior. Because those generals were not in, constitutionally army uniform, they were in color clothes. So Akara Gray considered himself a general. He's a rebel. That's how he calls himself general. And he goes on campus and provoke the students, and that's it, nobody say nothing. COP, CDC go the same campus, not even on campus, all the way to the American embassy and brutalized students, university students, and injected some of them with unknown substance today. They all go free. under a democratically elected government. This is not a junta leadership. Even Guinea that has a junta leadership, they did not happen under a democratically elected government. They're not doing those things in there. It's not happening there. If it happening, you tell me. You tell me. The constitution in Guinea is suspended. But our constitution in Liberia is not suspended, but under George Weah in real time, it is suspended. Because people are being killed. The latest news is the other sedition who is the president of the University of Liberia, Zaolo Nelson, came up with some kind of kangaroo provocation again to suspend political activities, student political activities on the campuses of the University of Liberia. But guess what? They need to close the Department of Political Science. Because if you say their political science, public administration, economy, whatever you term it, is part of the coursework of the University of Liberia or programs of the University of Liberia and has a specific department, then you don't want students to practice, then remove that from the curriculum. Because it doesn't make sense to anybody. Why these people continue to slip in our ugly past? I can't get it. I can't stand these people. Why they continue to step into our ugly past? This George Weah government, the young people elected this government democratically. The constitution is not suspended. This is not a junta leadership. Then you want to suspend student political activity on their own campus? It is unimaginable. But that will be a topic for another day. We are hoping to contact the Secretary General of SUP. And anybody want to come discuss their embarrassment or inbox it, he will turn it over to me. So that we can schedule it and it should not just be me. Does it sound right? God really very well Liberia for true. God very well. God very well that insignificant country according to George Bush. How can students go to the U.S. Embassy July 26th to exercise their constitutional rights under freedom of speech? And you mobilize your political surrogate, CDC, COP, and give them hope for a pickup. That's rebel behavior. Then today, you see students are booing the officials of government, going on their own campus and get problem with that. Small mind. They bring that okay. Their brain is filled with greed and emptiness. That is what it is. Okay? How can you have less than 7 months to election? Almost 80% of Liberians cannot read and write. Almost 80%, according to UNDP statistics. Followed by USAID. Almost 95% are not computer literate. They don't have smartphone. They never used it before. Almost 95 to 98% Liberians don't know computer. Even people who consider themselves professionals. As is some people, government officials struggling how to use computer. That's a fight. If people are struggling, according to Nathaniel Magee, for example, Monserrado County, Magibi County, Boni County, those are immediate surroundings of the capital or the executive mansion. If the people are struggling over there, then what about Lofa County? When the voter registration that is less than 2 months, we're going to get people to register to vote. That's the question. Is the biometric okay? I would say yes. But is it timely? I would say no. Did they provide sufficient voter awareness, education, concerning the biometric system that we have never used? But hold a minute. Is there only true biometric voter registration system that we can make our election credible, transparent? I said no. But the leaders are corrupt. They are inherently corrupt, so they cannot do anything without corruption. I wish God in heaven could just send thunders upon their heads and get them out. But God too, He got patience with us. God got patience with us. I'm not able to just lie like that. To just say something that is not right just because I will feel good and I will get something out of it. I'm not able. Maybe that's how some people got power with me. I say to you, I say the truth to you. How you feel about me, I don't have to think about that. Because their war is a small war and their life is not permanent. It is not guaranteed. I'm talking now something else could happen as tough for life. But whether we like it or not, we will go. Why we want to disturb everybody? The big country, America for example. Their country is so big in terms of population. The president of the United States don't even behave like that. But small, insignificant country. A country that cannot even feed itself with potato greens or cassava leader that we can literally produce that and get to eat and even export it. We can't even afford to do that because of public stealing. The leaders are just, look, I don't know how to describe them. They are so cruel-minded. They are barbaric people. Damn! And we will talk. You should set all your weapons. This thing going to stop because we're not going to stop talking. We'll talk. We will talk. Thank God for our good health and social media technology. Oh yes. My people, how are you going to give my Yasa APA to do biometric voter registration when the people don't even know their age? Huh? How are you going to do that? And you won't even provide no prior education for them to know how to do it. In America, for example, everywhere you turn, there is some kind of sign. Whether you can read or not, you will get to know that place. When you go there one time, somebody carry you. The next time you go, you look for that sign. For example, Highway 29, you see it either in red, that federal sign. You know this side, I know this side, south. We didn't get that one in that blue. Do we have stop signs? No. If you find it one place, probably you're lucky. So now let me give you the policy prescription. Government of Liberia established something they call national ID card registration. I got my copy here. The first thing they make the thing 2 years when they started was $5. I understand it is $10. What's it, $5 or $10? Around that corner. I understand it is $10 now. How much people making? People in our diplomatic field. I can't call nobody in here before they lose that job. Since December, they paid them here. People that representing our country outside of Liberia, they paid them here. Since December. They're still waiting for December pay. My people, that's the bro talking about that. The people are waiting for December pay. And that's the wrong thing to do. Sometimes we talk so and talk so. When the people start selling the passport, I know they're not going to sell it anymore easily because the passport now is biometric. It is a little bit tight to do that. When these diplomats start to do something funny, then we tend to blame them. When you are in your home country, it is easier. When you are broke, you can go to money changer on the side and credit from them. We do that. I was working before, I did it a lot. You expecting pay or you expecting somebody to come. Or you can go to family members that will give you something. But when you are in the foreign country and your government don't pay you after 3 months, what is that? That's human rights issues. That is human rights issue all over the world besides Liberia. Our diplomats, I'm speaking for them. I was there before. I was not nobody. I was just far clear. I I'm Minister of Foreign Affairs. At least I was home. But the people out there, representing our country's sovereignty, since December the pay. Somebody told me the person is actively on a mission. They are even discouraged. They're trying to get up because they can't just stand it. I am told during early time, the embassy revenue collection was used to pay both local and foreign service staff. And any balance, they will send it to Monrovia through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs budget. When indigenous looters came, they changed that. Say any money you collect from visa or from whatever business the embassy is doing across the world, you got to send it to us and we will decide when you get paid. And let me tell you something. I dare anybody to say no to that. And that's part of the problem. If I'm appointed ambassador tomorrow morning, now we're there, Judge Weah. If I'm appointed ambassador to represent my country by President A or by President Buakai, it means that you see something inside me. Number one, love for country. Number two, competency and honesty. Mr. Buakai, I'm the one representing Liberia right here. You are the president of Liberia. I totally understand that. But the way the team working here, this is the way we need to do it. Because that is the primary responsibility of every single official of government appointed by the president of the Republic of Liberia and other presidents around the globe to advise the president based on your appointment and based on your position. A lot of our leaders don't do that. Let me tell you something. I will tell you. President Buakai, this country we are in, if we don't pay our local staff on time every 2 weeks, based on the government policy, our host country, and they take our complete to State Department, our country will have problem, and equally so, our staff for year need to get paid. Whatever pay that is designed by civil servant or by the Minister of Foreign Affairs or Minister of Finance, we need to get it before time, President Buakai. If we can't get it, my resignation is coming in the next few minutes. I'm gone. Because what? President will never, and have never know everything until we can let them know. But if we who represent the government, we who represent those people who call president, and we don't even stand front to tell them the truth, that's another corruption. Because what? We want to keep our job. Let me quote Jeremiah Kuhn. Kuhn said, beside elected position, he didn't want no appointment position. It's better for him to go on the sidewalk to change money because he did it before he can do it again. Because he don't want to form part of the parade going to the airport to receive George Weah. No. Whether you like it, you don't. Everybody just go to receive president. President getting out of the country. Everybody go. They leave their job, including lawmakers. Allahu Akbar. What kind of country is that? So they want man, they want woman that meaning God. You can't do your job. President go waffle bugging. Everybody go to Jamaica Resort to go waffle bugging. Just so they can be seen. What kind of kingdom is this? We call Liberia. Is it a banana republic? Under a kingship? So that is that. Number one, the way to let go the issue of voter registration. The national ID card is supposed to be free. And the reason it should be free, we want to know how many people are, let's say, eligible to vote from 18 years up. Government need to put money in the budget to get real RT, computer technology, database managers. Liberians are capable, they are equipped all over the world and pay those boys and those women good money. Why are you making it 2 years? Right here in America, for example, Majority of the state driver license is 5 years. In Pennsylvania, it's $27.50. In North Dakota, it's $11 and change. In Liberia, the last one they driver license was $35 for 2 years, my people. Have they increased it to 3 years now? The last time they driver license, it was 2 years. Either 2 or 3. The national ID 2 years only. The national ID production should not be on the basis of making money to collect government revenue. It should be the interest of creating a sustainable and information-based database. Because like somebody said on one of the platforms today, we don't really know who are Liberians. We don't have any form of identification that everybody can get. So we need to reverse that policy. For that 2-year voter, not voter, but national ID call, we need to reverse that. Let's take it from 2 years, probably push it to 6 years, or maybe 7 years. Let everybody have it. Don't lose it. If you lose it, you pay for printing. That way, we don't need to do the voter registration because voter registration is expensive. Anybody that will get an ID card, because it will be stated on the ID card. It is stated on it. I'll get one copy expire ever since because it's 2 years. We put in place the requirements to get it. For example, to get passport, Liberian ECOWAS passport, you need to have birth certificate. And whatever on that birth certificate will determine your citizenship that will issue you passport. If you are there, you are not citizen of Liberia, your man not citizen, your partner citizen, maybe they born you there, the law say at 18 you will decide, but you can, your parent can decide for you that time. Minister of Foreign Affairs will issue your passport on that basis. Okay? So from 18 years old, all the way older, government Liberia need to put money. They can even ask America, they can ask other friendly governments around the world, friendly organizations around the world to help us to create that massive database to be able to enroll our constitutionally age and above into that database. Because the more we print our ID card, we're going to be spending money. So you make it 2 years, the people are not willing to do it. And not only that they're not willing to do it, they don't have money to do it. Somebody told me it's $10 right now. You know how much is $10 in Liberia right now? It's $1,500 and I'm mistaken. Because $5 is $750. $5 today in Liberia is $750 or a little more than $750. So if you tell the citizen that ID now is $10 US. If you don't carry that $10 flat receipt, or you pay there, they should have finance, some kind of thing there. You will have to carry the buying rate, Liberian buying rate. Okay? That's what you have to carry. And that will be more. So if we create that massive database from 18 years old up and massively register them, we don't need to do voter registration because the Constitution says 18 years and above can vote. Now, we go to birth certificate. We connect all of the hospitals to JFK through a portal, health portal. Yeah, in America, for example, these things are not hard. But the government is corrupt. Yesterday to today, the officials of government are all corrupt. And majority of them live here. This is why we live in here. They went to school here. They respect the system here. When I go to Liberia, no, they let it go. No system. Because the system will get them cut. It will be hard for them to steal. That's why they don't want to do it. It can be worked out. So we connect all of the clinics, all of the hospitals in the Republic of Liberia to JFK. And that portal there should be connected to Ministry of Health. We got Chief Medical Officer, Republic of Liberia. Okay? That Chief Medical Officer, Republic of Liberia, can appoint people to monitor the database across the country. Every single minute a baby is born, that baby need enter the database, and the birth certificate goes to the mother, to that address. Another issue right here, we get address system, right? We can put it in place. Somebody told me, or my co-worker in Kenya, right here, the guy told me, you can send mail from America with UPS or with FedEx, with UPS here, United States Postal Service. It goes all the way to a man in the village. That's another area to make money. What is Postal Affairs doing? What kind of way we know that they do? Because the telecommunication aspect, they took it from them. What are they doing right now? United States Postal Service here send any mail, you send mail to United States Postal Service. I get one paper you need to fill it out to pay my money back. It's not even reaching to them. That's it. All the mail stopping in Morocco. Why is stopping in Morocco? And Liberia is not Morocco. Final destination is Liberia. It doesn't reach. So when we do that, we create our portal, we create our database, we connect all of the clinics, all of the hospitals in Liberia to JFK, and Ministry of Health have a, oversight through the Chief Medical Officer's office. My people, they think will be solved. By the time that child hit 18, we're sending their information to National ID Card Registry. That's what they do right here in America. For North Dakota standard, when you hit 14, you can get a driver license. But that driver license is temporary driver license until you hit 21. They will give it to you. They will give it to you. You start learning how to drive. But you have to go to the DMV and get your knowledge test. From there you do the road test. Your parents got to carry you. They have to sign that paper because you're not yet 18. Pennsylvania is 16 years. You reach 16 years, you can apply for driver license. They call it junior driver license. Here in North Dakota, they call it temporary driver license. You will never get that correct one until you hit 21 because they say people under 21, their thinking is small. So we get them small provision so they can't be too wide. We can do the same thing in Liberia. But babies that are born today in Liberia, for example, their parents don't get any birth certificate, excuse me, to say this is the time the child was born, nothing. Then what the Ministry of Health doing? And vital statistics. They should not be charging any man and part for birth certificate. If we have the right policy in place and the right mechanism in place, like for example, coded address system. Because when our man go to hospital, they ask him what place he living. I live in single 12 street. That's it. We will send the bus to single 12 street. No, we can't send it there. The government need to put policy in place to come up with a coded address system that will create jobs for the young people. Akara Gray is not doing that. He's going on campus to provoke the students and to create violence. That is that. So my people, the biometric is a charade. But anyway, the people who want to be president, including Joe Biden and the rest of the folks, they are now mounting pressure. They are now mounting pressure. So we don't want to be nobody. We just want to see Liberia a better place. So when we go there, we should not be looking over our shoulder. That really want talking plenty. Alright? So I combine that too. Then the next thing, so I can give you the what they call the issue of President Weah's secret visit to America and the United States CIA director nature of visit to Liberia, and then followed by President come here with no plan. I'm speculating, right? Executive Mansion website. Liberia, Liberian Executive Mansion website. All we see there, they say, Joe, we have got invitation from the State Department, yeah? That's what they say. But let me tell you something. That's the reason why I play the clips that I play. Not paying people, they're going under the car. Not paying people, they're putting themselves ablaze. That's a human rights issue and national security concern. If you don't know, let me tell you now. Just go on Google and Google. When you work for somebody, they don't pay you. It's almost like slavery. They don't pay you to a point where you got to protest for your pay. Somebody put themselves on fire because the number one most powerful judiciary worker is the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. They go for a rate to put you in jail according to Achim Popo. I would not do it anyway. But that's what he decided to do. Because he felt the way he spoke, I'm quoting him, he felt like his life was over. If the Chief Justice jail you, you done. Even Minister of Justice, when they jail you, you finish. No lawyer going free you easily. Then the Chief Justice, the man that preside over the judiciary of the Republic of Liberia, they put you inside, my people, you finish. So Auntie Papa say, for my own money business, money that I work for, and the Constitution says we should consult our representatives, and this man is my direct representative in government, and want to jail me because I use my fundamental right to advocate on behalf of my colleagues here. And you're going to jail me? Let me just die. Death is better, or let me look funny by putting myself ablaze. It's not something to boast about, but the cruel-mindedness of our leaders get into all of these things. Okay? Another issue right here. The guns, according to the director of police in Liberia, those weapons came from abroad. I don't want to call country right now. When the Liberia in a big continuous, we all saw it. They display on Facebook. They took pictures. They told exactly the capability of those weapons, including snipers, conventional style weapons, arms and ammunitions. We saw that. What is a starter? We don't know. Drug. In my entire lifetime, I have never heard that government of Liberia through the police confiscated with the assistance of the United States intelligence system over 100 million that worth for cocaine. How could drug in our country? Multiple times. The other one was 35 million. Okay? Having known, let me say, people not in the security apparatus having weapons, bringing rebel forces, former rebel forces into the mainstream of our government, including city police, to guard Weah's officials. Civil servants not getting paid on time. Certain lawmakers, government officials provoking university students and brutalizing them on camera, including on the embassy of the United States premises in broad day. I would think, it's my speculation, and it's not speculation anyway. We already know these things are already happening, they continue to happen. This is my take on this. I would think this necessitated the United States CIA director visit to Liberia, and I am thinking that visit and return to the U.S. demanded George Weah to come to America. Probably they need to advise him. I think he needs a serious advice, because this trade was never planned. And no seditions. If this trade was ever planned to come and meet with United States government official, oh my goodness, proper dress will have floated all over the place on Facebook. The blue suit with Senegal. Hey! Wahala. We will have seen them all over the blue eye. But this particular trip by George Weah to the United States, immediately after the CIA visit to Liberia, and met with him and other stakeholders, especially security apparatus or security sector. In for children, but they will not tell us because it's not good news for them. If it were ever good news, my people, I'd put my head on chopping board Nigerian people say this one will be all over the place, but this trip is not a good news for them. Another issue is the Russian money story. The Russian money story, that's another issue. Why we are always got to pass through UAE before you come to America? That's another question. Arab people money. So my people, me are stopping it right there. If you want to call, your call. Those of you that have the number, just call. Plenty things inside that visit. Plenty things. Because before today, United States Ambassador at Large, Dr. Bett, visited Liberia and refused to meet with George Weah. She met with Justice Minister and other law enforcement officials, civil society and the media. She met with them. She appeared on OKFN and discussed the possibility of supporting Liberia to prosecute war and economic crimes, and pledged United States government unflinching support, financial and human resources training, human resource personnel training, to make sure the court is established. And this was a specific question, whether it was Clarence Jackson or somebody else, I don't remember. The person asked a question, I listened to her. What could be the first parameter or requirement for America to get ready for that? Ambassador Bett said, piece of legislation. Liberia is a sovereign country with a sovereign government. They cannot just leave from here and just jump into it to establish a court. But if the government were ever serious about that, since they advocated for that when they were in opposition, they needed to rally around to come up with a piece of legislation to detail how it would be. If the government decide through civil society consultation, regional organizations like ECOWAS and AU, that because of the fragilities of our peace in the region, where we got military takeover in Guinea, we got military takeover in Mali, Burkina Faso is not too stable, we don't want it in the region, that will be spared out in the MOU after legislation. Let's say we can take it to the Hague. Everybody that committed crime in this country, allegedly committed crime, will be transported by the United Nations Security Council, or maybe the United States will offer an airplane for that. That will be spared out. If we want to have it on the source, let it be spared out. But guess what? George Weah and the CDC from 2005 all the way to the time he took over office, they told us anti-corruption going to be number 2, war and economic crime going to be number 1 on the government agenda. What do we see them doing? They are 360 degrees away from realities of those things that they talk about. Now they're having Valley Taylor, former General Power, and almost all of the hardcore former rebels that we all know about. They are the one in George Weah convoy. They are the one guy in Jefferson Koji and the rest of the folks. Criminal, hardcore war criminals. I'm not calling them alleged. They are hardcore war criminals to a point where they are taking taxpayer money, giving it to lawyers, including Councillor Johnson, that I really have a respect for, Councillor Arthur Johnson, to sue these people. So I would think, in the midst of all the nyama thing that going on in Liberia right now, United States national security interests matter. If I give it to you wrongly, correct me up front. The entire West Africa right now, the 16 countries in West Africa, Liberia hosts the highest, or the largest, not the highest, but the largest landscape given to the U.S. government in terms of the area that is occupied by the U.S. Embassy. And there are a lot of things they're doing over there. A lot! So people are using Liberia as a venue for these criminal activities, including trading drug, money laundering, evident by the sanction report on Bekubel number 2 and Sereno Sivas. People committed crime. The Solicitor General that's supposed to be prosecuting those foes, the Solicitor General was taking money from them and dropping those cases, according to America. People talk about people trucking people today to go vote, to go register to vote. This thing that been happening. It's been happening in a certain way. The government that's supposed to provide some form of empirical pavement for the conduct of citizens. They don't provide that. What they provide ugly pavement for the conduct of themselves and the citizens. And when the young people do small things, then they want to say, oh, they're not trained. But you are trained. You don't mind about your trained. Joey are not trained. He ain't even disciplined. The officials of government are the same. They're not trained. They're not even disciplined. Judicial lawmakers are the same. They're not trained. They're not disciplined. They know shit. They're all just all over the place. They don't even know their function. Maybe they know their function, but they don't care. They make law. They violate the very laws that they make. They pass a law for money that every single driver that purchases gasoline, every single citizen that purchases gasoline will take money from them, and that money will go to road fund, and that road fund will only be used for maintenance of road and constructing new roads. They go and take and pay salary. They're okay. Donors' money to help Liberia. Donors' money. They put it inside our central bank. This job we are government through the Tadaga, Bagubé number 3, the finance minister goes in there and take money and pay salary. So where's the other money that you projected for salary payment? What is it? So now America is getting concerned. They are sent surveillance over there to bring these people to a little bit reminder, including the sanction. You read the sanction document. And the ambassador emphasized, the American ambassador accredited to Liberia. He said the sanction was not meant to punish them. The sanction was meant, or it is, against them so that they can change their behavior from ugly behavior to better behavior. But they're not changing, including Joshua. Finance minister take 96,000 and put in Joshua pocket to go sit and watch football game. Taxpayer money. Taxpayer money. We'll get our first caller here. Hello, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from tonight?
My name is Arthur. I'm calling from New Jersey.
All right, my brother. Go right ahead.
Hey, Francis, I got a question for you.
Go right ahead.
I hope you're going to be the vice president of Heron Costa.
Are they on the, your environment kind of a little noisy? Can you repeat?
Going to be the vice president of Heron Costa.
Are you asking me if I would be vice president to Heron Costa?
Yeah, because that's what I heard.
That's what you heard? I always say congratulations to myself if I would be vice president to Heron Costa, but guess what? I want to be president.
Oh, you want to be
I want to be president so I can study that fucking country. I'm sorry, but I got to use that word.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. How can you want to be president when your papa is supporting...
No. You asked me a simple question. You want me to decline the presidency of Liberia when I overqualify? You want me to decline it? Whether you're saying it in different angle, whatever angle it is, whether you mean it, you mean well, nobody shower goodness on me, I reject it. That's just me. So I would say yes, I want to be president. Not only the vice president, I want to be president for that country.
That's a good thing, but you already got a team together though.
Huh?
You already have a team together, put together. Heron Costa vice president, you assistant vice president.
No, I can't be assistant vice president. No. Carter, don't go over there with me. There is no assistant vice president in our constitution. President and vice president.
How you got to think they are the prime minister then?
My man, hey, you got nothing to say, just get off it. I already answered your question.
Don't get angry, but
I'm not angry, I just being real. There's no assistant for our president. We gotta get it straight. So any position in government, you say it to me tonight or anytime, I will say yes. Just so you know. Me, I'm not gonna decline it.
Okay, well, at least I wish you the luck.
Okay.
And I hope you win the vice presidency and you guys put that government together, okay? I'll be sitting from a distance watching.
You can send a distance to watch, but let me just tell you something. Liberia will be better, okay? And Liberia will get better when we get good people there.
Liberia be better. Everybody want Liberia to be better.
Okay.
Everybody, all Liberians.
Okay. That's good. Thank you for the call.
No problem.
That was our first caller. At least we were able to answer his question nicely. All right, so folks, your call. Let me pin the number. Those of you that don't have it, if this is your first time, just save it. It's gonna be there. That's our number. The number to call the show. I'm gonna pin it. All right, 267-938. 2801. That's the number to call. The WhatsApp number to call, I'm pinning that one too. WhatsApp number to call. Especially Liberian people. Please call. Those of you in Liberia, please call so you can tell all your experience. First day of voter registration today, biometric. Yesterday, Liberian time. We'll get our second caller. Great job. Hello, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, good morning, my brother. I'm calling from Maryland.
All right, Maryland, lay on us. Everything we talk about, talking plenty. What's up?
Yeah, so everything you say about our country, I truly appreciate you guys that keep fighting for the country, but it's so disgusting and disappointing in our Liberian that don't know good or mean good for the country. All the chaos that is taking place in our country, people are dying every day, people are going to bed hungry, and they still pack themselves behind foolish government officials for little or nothing. Little or nothing. I mean, sometimes I feel sorry for you guys that advocate for our Liberian people, and they still do not want to appreciate you. They still do not want to make it sound that you are doing good. And look at the other caller that called tonight. You got nothing to say, just remain silent and stay in your bed.
My brother, me, I'm very tolerant. I'm able to answer everybody. That's a good thing. Nobody tell me what to do.
You know
I get my own internal system.
Yeah, you know about our constitution. Why they get a system for question?
That's what I told him. He needs to be serious.
You know, which country the guys, the country he lives in, do they have a system for president there? Then he would be a system for president.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one question I want to ask you is, do you have idea on George Weah mission in America right now?
I gave you my speculation, my take. You know there have been illegal deaths, right, in Liberia?
Yeah.
And all of the government investigation through the police and the justice ministry, they are all inconclusive, right?
Yes.
Just go on the United States Department website and go to Human Rights Report on Liberia.
Okay.
Then you will get to know what we're talking about. It is so messy on Liberia. It is so bad. Even front page Africa, even made it with a hairline. The United States government through the Department of State is holding government of Liberia responsible for those illegal deaths. So not only us now.
Yeah.
Not only us. That we got so many clips here there. For example, President of the Republic of Liberia goes to Nimba County on the tour. Somebody who just got married, little over 2 weeks, all of the SS guys were to a house. This guy got trained by the U.S. government, seasoned Executive Protective Service personnel.
So well.
Recommended join late
Yes.
By the security, quote unquote, at the embassy, U.S. embassy, and former president of the Republic of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to remain in service, get killed, and the president said nothing. Who spoke? Little known, uneducated, chief of protocol of the Republic of Liberia, only because she is the first girlfriend of George Weah, Buddha, and call Eugene Fagon, former deputy minister, and tell him, say, oh, one SLMK said? From that day to today, have George Weah made a single statement about that? Somebody who provided you personal physical security protection. They get shot multiple times on your tour, on your watch. You can't say nothing?
Let me tell you something. You see that guy that died, man?
When we say they're asking whether we get proof, what kind of proof we want? Where did they carry the man? And they carry the scene, Moses?
Yeah.
Did they allow the family people to see before they did everything they did?
No.
How can somebody be killed with that war-style weapons, according to the family? Well, my brother, let me give you a chance to go ahead.
Okay, 1 minute. You see the guy that died, right? I work with him. Everybody knows him to be Melvin, but the name was to call him a DMN. He asked anybody in the EPL that worked with Manasseh City, the popular name at DMN. That's the name we should call him. And this story about this guy, the real story is going to come out. Some of us know the story, but we cannot say it. But there's no way somebody can shot themselves in the head
multiple times,
then use that same weapon different part of your body again to shot yourself. There's no way. I mean, the people in the government, they are so silly that you think that everybody would be stupid, that you can't say that kind of thing. Even the kid running out play with the phone and tablet and thing, they cannot be convinced by that. No kid can believe that kind of thing. Then you're talking to educated people, bunch of educated people all over the world hearing that kind of thing. How would they take the government to be? How would they classify the government? People die on Broad Street, y'all laugh, and y'all see the people were having a affair. Georgia went in the church, he got no sermon to preach.
Yep.
So the people were having an affair in the car.
Yep, so they were having an affair.
Then who sat there?
Professional government auditors. Professional government auditors. The president said they were having men, women business in the car. That's why they forgot themselves, so they died.
Who would be the responsible person who will go back up Broad Street, broad day, that they get motel and hotel all over the place. Even they got places that you can carry your car, nobody will see you. But in the middle of Broad Street, they will go straight out there broad day to go have sex in car. And somebody that said it ticket will go say, oh, you're dying, and say the other will die. How Chinese that thing sound for Musa did to read that kind of press statement to the world.
Yep.
That's what I get to say, man. It's so disgusting.
It is. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution tonight. We appreciate it. All right, we had a caller here. Caller, are you there? Call us back.
Please leave your message for
if you're there, 4505, you can call back. So, my people, like the caller said, it is so terrifying. It is very, very terrifying, my people. It's not easy. This government, under a democratic regime, and all these things going on, the country is not under attack by any rebel forces, and we should just swallow and go to bed. Forget about the hunger. Forget about the people ain't getting paid. But people are being killed by government surrogates, by government security apparatus. It's shameful. Hello, caller.
Oh, Brother Frank, say how you doing?
God is good.
Oh, the name is Jared Dobley. I'm calling from Worcester, Mass.
All right. Brother Dobley, go right ahead.
First of all, my brother, let me say thank you. You see what is happening to our country. When we were picking in Liberia, we were in the interior for me, a raw countryman. If tomorrow will be Christmas, you will see the old man, the papi, they will go buy our moped crew with a whistle in front of it.
Yeah.
If you are using a nail gun, they will buy a water gun. Then the old man, the papi will tell the old man, say that goat, you're going to make sure you're catered tomorrow, your CCA and Papa A. And we the people will say, oh, but tomorrow the Christmas will not be easy. Yeah. You go here, pray your letter, and say, yeah, my man, the Christmas tomorrow.
It will not be easy because the old man is already pre-planned it.
Oh, yeah.
The two coming.
You say, my old man, if you buy my own tea, you ask your friend, your old man, I'll pass on it for you. Then you'll be comparing, no. But first thing looking at day, our people not seeing it. Second thing, God forbid, 100 times, the man was rag our whole country. So this, I encouraging our people back home. If you ever overlook anything in your life, this one, that mentality will get in Liberia and say that the people think, they want none of the people think.
And now the people think, this is about survival.
For all we that here, my brother, God can help us, we push our leg cartoon, we get our tuition, we eat. Yeah, we're not suffering. The thing they call government, the government responsibility is to create avenue for each citizen to work. Even the US that everybody want to come, they say, why? The American government, they get Walmart, they get Stop and Shop.
My brother, yeah. the government is not good, my brother. Nobody will be good. All over the world, everyone in Liberia.
So that what I'm saying, if you ever overlook anything in your life, my people, brother, I guess they are show it on some of the radio station.
My brother, we try to get people that say our talking point too strong, they can't make it, they charge you on more, so we let it go.
My people in the need of God are begging whatsoever relation you think you believe in, there's a time to be serious. They want you people in Liberia for me, the Bowman say it's a prelude to suffering. If you ever miss the opportunity, God forbid again, if you let it go. Like your own suffering you're looking for. This is why I'm going to tell my men, we that here are going to launch a campaign operation, no more sending $5 to Liberia. Because they 2 cents, 3 cents, we sending in, I want making it be so sad to the extent that Liberia is the only country that the people can celebrate people who suppressing your success, my brother. Liberia is the only country. Somebody who's suppressing your success. Your unborn children will ask you tomorrow, Daddy, what you did for us.
Probably the children will not be in a position to ask that question. Because they are selling plastic bag. How are they going to ask Daddy?
So this time our people need to be very serious.
You saw, I'm not cutting your color. You saw the number of people that were behind Natana Magate.
My brother, they think they I had a lot of a computer, even my phone, when all I want to go, all I'm going to tell you, all I want to just follow the activity in Liberia. So I continue to watch NEC, even registered Natana Magate to run, build 2 away from my country. I want to have criminal. Man, I lose confidence in Liberia. So our people need to be serious. They need to be serious. Thank you for the show. You think you finish pushing your cartoon, you think you didn't get time to be resting at the time?
That's what be resting.
All they want. That the business at the time is going to be wrestling.
That's what be resting. Maybe that's going to be something different. That's what be,
Yeah, all that guy that caught talking out of food in there, screaming when I
But man, you could not use any word. Use any word.
We're playing our constitution like you had deputy VP.
Yeah, assistant VP.
You see, some people call getting the opportunity, they can't in the poor country, they know within they set our people's corporate bathroom, but they're defending it wrong. How will you operate that? So our people need to be serious. For all Walmart stay here, Stop and Shop stay here. We can push our cartoon.
Yeah. But the good news is, you will not go under the car before you get paid. You don't have to protest. You don't have to protest before you pay.
Why you work for that? Why you get so don't you take in the tax? Your lay in your account. You ain't nobody get talk. That's the kind of thing we want to see some in Liberia. Even now, also son that will daybreak. You won't want to go work in government, you go to your government. You won't want to go to your private area, you go put your cartoon. That's what you call government, create an avenue for each citizen. Yep. Somebody gonna give you few cup of red, $2 and say tea you stroke.
Yeah.
You go to the main hall, you wash your clothes. If possible, you can't in the bathroom for you to take by your street everywhere you come in.
Yep.
You $10.
Then you drive the man home. Then you leave the car there, and then you walk home.
Yeah, then you walk home for the man to enter the
That
car.
the guy, I said, oh God.
What kind of man is
Even
this?
when I go to Liberia, my brother, the way I let my steering business, the way I feel so comfortable driving myself. I listen to the guy from Liberty Party, right? How they call him? Is it David, the guy that they put in jail for stealing 70,000?
Yeah.
Martin Kola. When I entered University of Liberia, Martin they were there already. They were kind of a little ahead of us. Martin Kola, then all people driving there. Hey, God.
Yeah, look, my
the
brother,
guy said he just Martin Kola was not giving no pay, you know, when Ability was there before Kumis joined, Ability was offering them 150. Later on, now Kumis go there now. They may who from Coca-Cola get plenty of money according to them. They may can't pay the message he was just doing it when Kumi win election, which is far away from reality. Then he will be the cover. Kumi will allow you to be in his cover. I start for life, my brother. How can you wait you don't get paid and you hoping that somebody position will change before you get paid? Martin, you from LU, you keep somebody working for you. They carry you home. You can't even tell them carry the car and bring it tomorrow. Then you call food. They fool your wife call for you. Then you share with the person. Why you can't empower that person? How can you share the food your wife cook for you when your employee just to survive? God.
Our people, my brother, our people. Look, we feel for our people, but they don't feel for themselves.
Then we say Liberia was built on Christian principles. Yeah. I think it was built on devil principles. Really evil principles. No joke.
The present government, I can't understand the people. They were in opposition for 2 years. They think they call opposition that government in waiting. So you can't talk about one thing and what you say was wrong. You triple A, you bring it, you triple A, one party. That the one can't understand.
Can't understand.
Damn it.
And they don't want anybody to talk about it. They don't want anybody to question them.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. But why in an advanced country, they look at somebody with little access before you get into government. But Liberia, somebody just come from the village, they have no access, they get in the country. That what happened to our country. That what happened.
Yep.
What? Yep. Thank you for the time, brother. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too for participating tonight. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here. People are telling us some stuff, but you know what? By the grace of God, we are here and we're gonna be here.
Yeah. What is happening?
Yep.
What is happening? What the Christian community? What the people that call themselves Mary? Where the bishop?
Right now,
where the people?
Guess what? Someone and I were just talking yesterday, right? I said to them, the way Liberian people can say in Liberia, they are menacing working. Joey are menacing working. Because I can remember as brutal as Charles Taylor was.
Yes.
The civil society members were talking. To a point where we had women to that Springfield there over the ring of China were there. Advocating for peace. Bishop Michael Francis, may so rest in peace. The Methodist Bishop and the Council of Churches were talking.
Yeah, Bishop Kula.
They were talking. Opposition leaders were talking, including Ellen, including Kurmade, to a point where they brought rebels. Ellington, 80 students, we were talking. Now working for him is when I cross the street, a different person. I was working for him, when I cross the street, a different person. I go bring red and go put something on it. I went to the radio. I brought them to Bob Olubangi King. From that advocacy, that day, I still remember. Today, Minister of Foreign Affairs people, whenever they give them rights, because that's a tradition of the government of Liberia, July 26th and December they will give it. Can you imagine, my brother? 306 employees on the Minister of Foreign Affairs payroll. I brought that payroll right here in America, they got it. Including the dead bodies, including those that travel, it's still 306. Government gave up 450 Becquerage. The people brought it. They went to Jambeta and brought Simon Court to get 10 to cross me. Not only that I'm not taking it, but I would labot you. And when I did it, the story changed. My own assistant minister from across the street, we all were there. He was leader for sin. I will continue calling his name. He doesn't speak to me, but I don't give a damn. You know? Josh Westner. Josh Westner. I said, Georgie, my man didn't hear that job opportunity. You're better than us here. You're going to school. I'm going to school too. I mean, you can't do that thing now. I told you often. I said, Georgie, don't do that thing. Don't question me. I went to the radio. I carried myself. Why you question me? Say the minister said that how you will do your assistant minister? I said, Georgie, he just came from across the street, right here, Ellie, right here. Yeah. From there, the new people saying to Lisu, the student group. From there, you and DPP key or then the vice president going to the same church. The vice president recommend me assistant minister. We the one happy to prepare your confirmation. They bad thing here were early. They were advocating for the ugly thing together. Yeah. You can't get because the assistant minister, the minister to United Nations, you ain't able to tell the minister truth. You can't tell the minister that man spoke for himself. Then the minister want to use you to subdue me and say, Joji, let me tell you something. Their job plus and minus me are good. But guess what? If you try me, I will get better job. I already begging you to get to mess with me. This 7 job, 7,200 liberty. That's what I told you in the office. Hey, Jerry reluctantly sent me to the acting minister office at the time with William Boo. Me, I don't call their name. William Boo called me in office. I got there. The special assistant there, I can't call her name. She was like, "Why they gotta call you for that?" I said, "Because the people are stupid people. They are very, very stupid. They power God and ain't got no good brain." I go to Star Radio. The people interview me about all great things happening in the ministry, including Mary Broad selling passport for $35 and the passport on the budget is $20. Where's the extra $15? Then they give her $450 where they can give her one bed. They will still have more. Then they put Simon call on it. My assistant minister, my immediate boss said that wrong thing I do. I said, but you assistant minister for Foreign Affairs. Josephine Gray is assistant minister for public affairs. He the one supposed to be talking. But he even talking because he know better. Than he the one talking. I said, Joji, you know something wrong with you. Remember, I went over there, I saw down later on, I told the special assistant to the acting minister, I'm going down there when the minister ready, I'll call me up here, okay? I'll come. For that day, nobody talk to me. That's how crazy our country is. People can be advocating on campus, University of Liberia, by the time they cross over to national government,
No, brother, I'm not cutting you alone. Let me, I'm not cutting you. See what happened a few days. I can't grade attended the university. For me, I won't call you honorable. Because no honorable misbehave that way. If we are the go first. You can say, "Une me in Liberia." People say, "Why you can tell you like look, if you have 5 you can in Liberia." That nonsense are going in the country. Not gonna be that way. No way. See, can't forget you don't know that district are a district, and that UF campus, the popularity that are down there, the center that down there. Then you misbehaving in your own district, and I don't call you honor. I don't call you honor. You need a current grade. How will you do things like that? No, sometimes I started thinking if people 11 men a carrot grade for the second thing, all the people in that district need to check their brain. Yes. Yeah. It make it to if you really 11 men, we need to send a medical doctor in district A to check all of your brain. Yep. What brother? Look, the working understand that man alone when I was in Liberia going to school, yeah, my camp here, yeah, CDC party here called almost everything. These are people that introduce protest on Liberia. CDC. Yeah, CDC. They talk carefully on their heads. Yep, on their heads. Sometimes they will be running in our yard. Yeah, when they not misbehave, sometimes when you see the police, they will be running in the yard. So they enter position now. They take the country now, they don't want to dream and more. That one can't understand. That's it at their time. I don't want to understand. You look at the capital city, the Jefferson County, who have no experience on the line of work. You tell the city, you give it to him. Go there and get both up. Let me just provide this other information. Under the 1986 Constitution, Article 56, Article 56 called for municipal and chieftaincy elections. Say Joe took over, we have never had any election like that.
And you know what they always say? No money. They say no money. But those key cities, they use your political surrogate and get the city mayor position. And another disappointment is opposition too. That's why I say Weah managing working. They say he got a managing from the crown people. He got some managing from Burkina Faso.
The only opposition I see in Liberia, I'm calling you like Yeke.
That Yeke is Delon.
Yeah, Yeke is the only opposition I see in Liberia. Yeah. Can you imagine a man has sent a family out of Liberia just because the Liberian people who wanted the lawmaker able to do that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. It can't end. The story can't end. No ending. Today, upward, no good news from Liberia. No good news.
That's why I can tell someone, if you don't have the one we call dresser in Liberia, if you don't get dresser in your room, pour water in a big tub and look at your shallow. Yeah. And you say, if I go vote, then my vote is the future of my children. If you get a child, you say my vote would be the future of my unborn child or children. Even my vote would be the future of the country. My vote and corporate, and t-shirt, sit down and think. Use your brain. I will not go better inside. Just sit down and think.
No go better.
You know myself in a same community. I had nothing. You made me lawmaker. My left just improving. Then you stay on the same level.
Yeah.
Just sit down and think. Then when you coming to me, I celebrating you. I celebrating you. Just everything I left with Deborah as a family man. You need to wake up and go out there and your own money. And not to call somebody cheap.
Yeah,
I left there.
That's it. That's the question I was asking in the last time on my own, certified motivational conversation. If you continue to call somebody chief, when you gonna be called chief too?
Yeah, when they call you chief too.
If you continue to open somebody's door, when you gonna open your own door? When you continue to cause, like, I will say for somebody to speak. When somebody gonna say, I will say for you to speak too. So even if a man of 14 years from your age to represent the war days, you stay now youth, but you stay behind these political gangsters. You call him the chief. When they gonna call you chief?
Yes.
I saw this guy, he trying to, denigrate Americans, the American ambassador. They call him family, he call his, he want to, but who missing you? Your brain is not good.
Yes.
To stay be pressing people in Liberia. Small country that North Dakota can buy multiple times.
Yeah. Look, bro, Francis, I'm not quoting you. I got an 11-year-old son. My son went put a telephone on when he see Liberia and say, he asked me, Dad, what happened to the people in your country? I said, like that. He said, if I go on the phone and what they behave, I think they have a little problem. Small, I'm not saying be embarrassed. Some question anybody can be asking me. I can be embarrassed.
Yep.
Be embarrassed. Can I be there and say so?
Yep.
Our people need to think. Can you imagine in a capital city, the thing happening? I want to see our people at the rural area. Yeah. In a city left looking at that. Or people at the rural area. Can you imagine? If the city can be like that.
The seat of the government.
Yeah. Look, when we are setting precedent, what play in a war like a setting precedent will go, he build somewhere, he call it church. Then we will go, yeah, you better just talk something. Yeah.
Somebody
people
told me the man moved on our street right now. Somebody said the man moved on our street.
I got that information. People die as a leader. You know what made leader stomach be? Something you swallow. Before you say something, you will look at the negative and the positive side. You don't just put all war. People lose their family. They die and then you say they were having sex in a car. What kind of behavior is that?
Only Judge Weah can do that.
So no more room in Liberia, no more water in Liberia?
Nope, you got to do it in the car.
So what play in the water? Somebody will shoot yourself 3 times in the head. 3 times in the head. What play in the war? So like only Liberia they can do that type of thing? God, Liberia, my people, your team.
As in the man committed suicide.
And think. They $5, they $10, they $20 was sending y'all. It was everybody, some people had to get for it was kind of time. Nobody was saying $5 for you. Learn how to look for your own money. Stop calling people cheap. Stop calling people cheap. In the country better, get play your focus when you're not going to school to go do your hustle. That's what they call it. If you sell your cold water, you get your $2 for you. That's what they call government. So when the avenue have been created for a citizen, you can look for your own money.
All right, my brother. Thank you for your contribution tonight. Really appreciate it. We are here, and by the grace of God, we're going to be here. Just so y'all know, for those of you that are following right now, those of you that are watching right now, don't be surprised why they may stay as they were going Liberia. I couldn't go because of Mother Nature, yeah, in North Dakota. Time got caught up with me. Now, based on my fault, I wanted to leave this place because I saw the weather popping up on Friday. By the time I got on the highway police said, nope, the road closed. I came home. I waited, said my flight was Saturday. I said, let me wake up 4 a.m. I did. Me and my nephew went back on the road on the highway. It was still closed. We got to come back. So, that Mother Nature, but again, too, on the basis of faith, sometimes these things happen for reasons.
Yeah. That's why I want to express.
Our flight is still rescheduled. We will still meet up with Monserrato. How do I call it? Russian voter registration time. We'll still meet up with that by the grace of God. So this time around, I'm going to have 2 days. I will leave my little corner to my flight time and go closer to the airport.
Yeah, right there.
Because I'm 1 hour, 15 minutes away. I will go there, park my car nicely, go in the hotel 5 minutes away from the airport. That's where I'm going. So my people, you're sorry, yeah, that's not me, that's not my fault. Because I want you to start thinking, say, they're going to be like, bro, Monday, yeah, he talking here plenty.
My people, we're backing you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to put that out.
Get plane ticket, we just go register like your business, we're doing it for my people, go first. We're not suffering, we can get water to drink. We can get water to drink, you got to go ask your neighbor. Your neighbor not ready to get you water here, you can't drink. You got to call it man cheap. Wash your clothes, wash all the clothes.
You carry them in the car, then you park it to their house, then you walk on the road. If you get money, you start motorbike. How can the driver get on a motorbike or they walk to their home? You got no money to even think about eating. You and the man just share the food here.
Share the food, then your family.
So when your woman gonna call for you, when your own girlfriend gonna call for you?
When you read your son calling you daddy, papa, what did papa bring? No plastic.
Nothing. I beg you.
You just put a few spoons of red in your stomach.
Yeah, that's what I tell you. I said, Liberia is a typical country where a vicious cycle of poverty is produced on an hourly basis. So if the papa driving for John Brown, and John Brown doesn't even pay them, they drive whole day, they go home, they fool their girlfriend call or their woman call, they share that one. So the girlfriend home with the children, then how they will manage now? Because the papa is sharing with the boss. I mean the boss, the papa and the boss sharing their own boat.
You're so country you papa is a poor quarter.
But then hold on, meaning the issue of nature will not be avoided. The woman will say get pregnant.
Oh yeah.
And born babies. And look, we gotta be real, my people. What would be the results of those babies?
Yeah. You can't bring it to suffer them at all.
Production of poverty. That's a production. That's what it is.
To increase your poverty, that's what you doing.
Yeah, my brother, man. Let us end it here. Let me do my commercial before I go. Yeah, we already passed the 2-hour marks.
Thank you for the time. Yeah, thank you. You have been sleeping at 9, but I like real poor baby. You have been sleeping at 9.
My sister used to it. I mean, save the number. The number you're paying for it. Yeah.
That one can understand what people. If somebody talking for you, why you can't stand up for yourself, my people? Why you can't stand up? So all the things we've been talking, that the opportunity here now, go out there, register. You say that the people think, register, get your card for it. Yeah. But don't miss that opportunity, get your card in your hand for it.
Yep.
You taking your my people? Oh, yeah. I want to continue to say we can get water here to drink, my people.
All right, brother. Let me let you go.
All right, thank you for the time.
You're welcome. Let me go to my commercial and call it a night.
What people? The country in a mess.
All right, folks. So we're gonna do our small commercial and then call it a night. Liberian people will do what we gotta do. Ultimately, they gotta make the decision. They gotta make the decision, and that decision, I'm gonna live with them. You gotta make that decision. 2023 decision is critical decision. Critical decision. All right, so we're going to go home while I do my commercial with a slow music from Minister Alvin P. The title of the song is Nothing. Okay? You will get the other end of it.
Coming back in here.
I promise I'm gonna pay my
That
rent.
is
You see,
Minister
that's what I'm working
Alvin
towards.
P.
I gave you a first
Our
notice,
local
I gave you time to
gospel
pay it. I gave you a
artist
second
in
notice, I gave you time
Iowa.
to pay it. 6 months now. You've even
United
got a
States
third
of
notice.
America.
I'm done. You need to
They're
take
giving
your
us
stuff and get
his
out
own
and don't come
contribution
back.
towards the platform.
Please. All right, I'm gonna
All
pay
right?
my rent. Bring it,
It's an
please.
inspirational song. All right?
Good news.
Enjoy, man. Come on. Your producer, Ambassador himself, Francis Kangoma Senior.
Yes, we can testify. After 400 years in slavery, God brought them to the promised land. That's so. Liberia can testify. After 14 years, I say nothing is too hard.
Nothing is too hard. My people, don't get depressed, man. Come on. Give it to your God. Get out of your closet, man. Be happy. For life. For the gift of life, man. Come on. Access platform. Yeah, we promote our people. We promote Liberian tradition, Liberian culture, our way of life, gospel music, secular, political, and tough provoking conversation.
If you make yourself available, so I say nothing is too hard.
Nothing is too hard to our God. This too, we end. Nothing is too hard. In the midst of everything, we need to remain hopeful, motivated, encouraged, and move forward. We're gonna be just fine. Don't get depressed. If you have some issue with our line of conversation, we are sorry. The truth hurt, but it heals. And people in our government space, they need to do better than they are doing. This level of curative, presidential insanity, It is unacceptable. And I think it is about time that we the people change our political hygiene. We need to take it to them. If they cannot change, we need to make sure change them. And that's why we are in this business and we are here to stay. All we need to do is to ask our God to give us the motivation, the agility, good heart, and longevity, so that we continue to do what we got to do. So that we do our part and you do your part. Let's put our trust in God. Even though the Bible says, faith without works is a dead faith. And I think that is key. For all of us Liberians, while we are asking our God for direction, we also need to walk for that better direction. Our leaders are not good people. Whatever that is giving them that motivation to be bad people to their own people that elected them, while we ask God to make them to change, we ourselves need to mount some pressure on them so that change can come in and can come in as quickly as possible. All right? So we cannot just sit there and while we asking our God to help us and we don't do anything. We need to do something. Don't just sit there, do something positive. We all must participate in this. Because there is no country on planet Earth that succeeded because the people sitting and praying to their God. Majority of the countries that have succeeded on planet Earth, in addition to the people believing in their God, whatever God they worship, they use their common God-given sense, practical reality, to change their ugly corner to a better corner. That's what they did. And we Liberians, we must do the same thing. We can't just sit and say that the people think. It is not the people think, it is our thing. Because if we don't do what we're supposed to do today, you should be counting the next 100 to 200 years of pervasive abject poverty for the next unborn generation. Because if people like George Weah can even do what he is doing and his government officials doing, then think about who we don't know about right now. Think about that. If we don't mount the necessary pressure on these people to force them to change their behavior, their ugly behavior, then where are we going? Where are we going? Are we just going to sit down and just go to church and come from church and that's it? People go to school. There is no possibility of living better until they die in poverty. The last time I went to Liberia, I saw some of my colleagues. We went to school together. We sat in the same classroom, political science, public administration. And when I saw them, they were calling me senior brother. Can you imagine that? I was ashamed. How you call me senior brother? But you know what? I don't blame them. That is the typical condition our political leaders have created over the years. To keep the people down there so that they can continue to tool their political base. Call them chief, call them boss. If that is the Liberia, then I will continue to stay here to push my cartoons. Okay? That's just a common word that Eugene Fagon gave us. Whether some are pushing the real cartoons or not. But the simpler thing is, where we find ourselves, we are managing. It is not our home. Even in the midst of people changing their startup, going all the way to naturalization, we still got something they call alien registration number to tell you were not born here. You are called alien. And they assign specific number to your name. The possibility of you growing in the political space in America, it is not easy. For a certain level of government, United States government, yeah. If you're not a natural born, you can't even venture there. Because it is just clear that will tell you you have to be natural born. So we go to Liberia, we are stranger. In America where we live, we get our children, we are stranger too. So where do we call home then? Should we call America home? The people got some kind of adjective attached to our name. They got some kind of number attached to our name. And we can't call Liberia home too, only because we are saying all these ugly things that our elected officials are melting against us, including planning and executing violence against students. God, we are calling on you to help us while we're helping ourselves. This is not easy though. And you think it is easy? It is not easy. The last time I saw trucks stuck in the mud going to River G, going to Grand G there. Think about the establishment of the country called Liberia. Almost 100 years plus. The leadership the presidential leadership have all come from the southeast, including George Weah. Forget about Nimba County, forget about Lofa County, forget about Bunk County, forget about Grand Bassa County, even Riverside to some extent. Or Western Cross, or however you want to call it. Western region. That is Bumi, Kema, and Bapoli, right? Okay, that whole constant. Go back to Liberian history, civics, and see where all the presidents have come from for the most part, majority of the presidents, including modern day Liberia. 1980, Samuel Doe. The people don't even have clinic. The people don't even get a road to go to their doorsteps. Cars stuck, trucks stuck in the mud. We continue on the human being digging. And you ain't see that one, then you will not see anything. Grand Bassa County, Buchanan is not too far from the city, my people. The hospital there, current went off because gasoline finished from the hospital generator. Are we supposed to be using generator in the first place today? How many principal rivers do we have in Liberia? According to my elementary education, I think it is either 5 or 6. If I'm doing wrong, correct me. Up to today, back part of production electricity is still coming from water. I know we got the solar system now, I get it. We got the biomass, I get it. But for countries in Africa, you get 6 major rivers in Liberia. The government cannot even succeed giving the people light. Not everybody, but at critical government agencies like hospital, for example, to save lives. It's more than critical moment. It is more than. Let me tell you something. I don't need to get anything from anybody. I just want to be free. That's it. I don't have to be nobody. I just want to be freed. My freedom. That's all I want. I don't want to start thinking about somebody creepy on me. That's all I want. If I need to go to Lofa County, let me have accessibility to go. Go see my old people to tell them how you're doing. But that is not even possible right now. Prior to 1964, when that part of Liberia was established by law, it was not even better. Probably the country people did better than today. Since 1964, excuse me, Lofa, Nimba, and Bond got established by law. Even government officials can go there easily when it is rainy season. When they were having campaign pending in Lofa to replace Brandon Samakar, just to score political point on former ruling party, Unity Party, and Joseph Boakai, they did everything humanly possible to keep going their way. They are stealing trucks. How can you be sitting lawmaker, you doing logging in Lofa County? I'm talking about Thomas Fowler. Thomas Fowler doing logging activity in Yandohun, the Bandi people land. These kind of people. He is conflicted. But he doesn't care. Because even Judge Weah is conflicted. He doesn't care. And the lawmakers can't even do nothing. The Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia cannot do anything. He is also conflicted. Almost everybody in our governance space that's supposed to make our life better beside God in heaven, they are all conflicted, but they don't care. We got to stand on our own, my people. And God got reasons why some of us succeeded to come to this country. God got reasons why some of us, we saw Weah market, we saw peppermint candy and chewing go on the street. We call people here on Saturday and Sunday. We hold water for those high class, quote unquote, women in our neighborhood. We went around people to help us with our license where we could not pronounce certain words. And we did everything we could do, including sleeping in a car for the few months of our time in Monrovia to get started. It is not because we're better than anybody. It is just because God decided to give us certain destination. And God decided to give us the momentum and the motivation to do what we did to get to where we find ourselves today. And it is that purpose that we continue to pursue even when we are going down the drain. For God in heaven's sake, if any of you get a problem with our talking point, we're just sorry. We got to talk the way we're talking. That's our own nature. Some people can't talk. You see, Jesus Baker can't talk. That's his own nature. You're not going to change it. Even if he becomes president, he's still going to be like that. Some people are just like that. So you just let off the hook, okay? Just live with it. The day you can't stand it, you just let it go. But at least we're not insulting your mom, we're not insulting your dad, we're not insulting anybody. Sometimes we might use some words that are not acceptable, but sometimes we just use it for political reasons. Don't hold it against us. Before you can say we will not call that Kangoma guy because he's talking about our political party, he's talking about our president. George Weah is all of us president, just so you know. All right? All of us want Liberia to be better. The way we are approaching it maybe is in a different manner and fashion. However, all of us working for the same goal. But the number one fundamental thing we Liberians are supposed to do, first and foremost, is to be able to say the truth. Even if we lose our job, we need to say the truth. We need to be honest to ourselves and say truth to power to our leaders. If we cannot say truth to our leaders and we cannot accept the truth and we are not honest, we have no integrity just because of a piece of job, Liberia is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. If we only say what will make them feel good, praises, like Delon said the last time, if we will accept cheering, if we will accept cheering, every day somebody praising you, then we should also accept booing. It means you are doing something that is not right. When you are doing something maybe it's not right, but that group of people that believe in you, they cheer you, it means that's approval. When another group of people just approve you, just live with it. Try to do better. Don't call the enemy of the state. So life that one way, every day that jolly, every day that Christmas, is that how it is? No, it is not like that. Every single thing we do on the planet Earth, it is impaired. You are in power today, you could lose power tomorrow. We are alive today, we're going to die tomorrow. Whether we accept the reality or not, that is the realities of it. When people get married, separation and divorce is right next to that marriage. When you are happy today, unhappiness is right next to it. Okay? When you are hungry today, stomach food is next to it, or stomach for hunger is next to it. That's life. But a lot of us, we don't care. We don't care. As long as we feel good, even people that help someone out, we don't even tell them thank you. In fact, we consider them number one enemy in our lives. Which is part of our nature. We Liberians, that is who we are. Brilliant people. Gratitude is far away from our DNA. And that's why the country is the way it is. Because the leaders, whatever they do, that's what we follow. Just Weah King, he wearing suit, blue suit with slinger, coat suit with slinger. That's what the young people are doing right now. The clothes that he wearing proper, everybody wear it. Barrack, of course. You saw them dancing here in Autonomy here. When Ellen King, those BB Lapa, you know, the hatter, crossing one whole Lapa across the board, all the women started doing the same thing. When Samuel Doe King, he started keeping afro, long hair, combing it like this, everybody, including government officials, started doing it. So this is to tell you, if our presidency is better, majority of Liberia and Liberians will be better people, and everybody will work on that chalk line. Since our presidency is not better, the president is not better, they are all corrupt, they are all conflicted, including Ellen Johnson studying other president yesterday, George Weah is worse, then we got to take the matter of authority in onto ourselves to put them out at the ballot box. We need to keep on trying like Americans did and they continue to do. This country is not better because the leaders are going to church, because the rest of the citizens are sitting and praying to their God. It is better because they continue to pursue excellence. Today, political conversation is going on to make this country better than it is. American Constitution have had 27 amendments, each amendment addressing specific issue that the American leaders thought that this need to be changed. If we need to change the Constitution to do better in Liberia, then let it be. We need to do just that. The 1986 we got were put in place by a group of people. If that is not addressing our issue any longer, we need to change it. Municipal and chieftaincy election must be conducted so qualified people that got passion for leadership can take it. We should not give it to our political surrogates in the name of no money. Like the city of Monrovia, for example. Let people compete for that position at the level of elections. The senators are elected for 9 years for God in heaven's sake. Which part of the world you find that in the democracy? American senators are elected for 6 years. The representatives are elected every 2 years. If you do well for your people, the people will continue to elect you. You want to stay there until you die, it is on you, but you must do better for the people to make that decision. Nobody should be in that place for 9 years after a single election. It is unacceptable. To have a president going 6 years, representatives going 6 years, That's why they are misbehaving. You elect one senator 2 times, that's 18 years already. You elect one representative, one president 2 times, that's 12 years already. Presidency need to drop down to 4 years. Representatives, 2 years. Senators, 5 years. 5 years, my people. Everything in Liberia we copy from here, America. We go to Liberia, that portion of the one that here we change it. You know who change it? The country people. Some do. They change it. President in Liberia for 4 years. They change it. They change it. You get one man, one president, that's 6 years. One representative president, that's 6 years. One senator, that's 9 years straight. When the other people go there, when the Liberian people will have another opportunity to elect another senator, another representative, another president, when one president was elected for 6 years, they go to train at 12 years. Other people can't even get space. Then you got 23 registered political parties, no limit. Insignificant country of Liberia, according to Just Bush. I'll stop it right there. Let me do my commercial. Kangoma Multi-Service Consulting, Family-Based Immigration. If you want to do any immigration paper, immigration paper, okay? Any immigration paper besides going to court. You want to do your citizenship, you want to file for your loved one, it could be mom, it could be dad, it could be a small children, it could be a big children. Other than you want to file for them, let us know. I printed the number with the agency name already. You want to do your initial green card application, or maybe your green card spoil, your green card lost, maybe your green card expired. Call us. You get I-94, you do your green card, you need to do your green card, let us know. You want to do boyfriend, girlfriend visa, fiancé visa, let us know. You want to do affidavit of support and national visa center submission, you know, the financial document and civil documents, you want to do that, let us know. You want to invite somebody to come visit you here in America for whatever reason. You know how to go about it, or maybe you just have questions. You want to ask general questions about immigration business. Maybe it could be work permit, anything for that matter. Just let us know. Okay? You want to do life insurance, you got no understanding, you don't understand nothing. Somebody told you before how it works, how it doesn't work. Give her a call or advice. You want to do income tax, if you're rushing, don't give it. If you're not rushing, give it. We'll work on it for you. If you have some question about income tax, what to do now to owe the government, either the state government or IRS, maybe we can provide small education, and this is the best time. Because the year ain't go nowhere yet. This is number 3 month. We can do that adjustment. So everything we talk about just now, free professional phone consultation on all of the services. Stay free and will remain free for now until otherwise. Even the 15 minutes limit we offer, we finish getting rid of that ever since. We just talk. When we ask all your questions, we give you answer. The one we didn't get answer for, we'll let you know. Then we finish with that talk. I printed the number for the agency, everything running. Even after the show, you can go to the comment section, you will find it there. They want enough politics. They want that small business administration. We're tapping into the American opportunity. Even though the former minister, deputy minister, Eugene Fagon said, all here we're pushing cartoons. But he said, he joined all the cartoon pushing Kevin Hatton. The last time some people were talking about, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to talk that one because doing my research, I'm bringing all the majority of Liberians that came to this country, how the king had, they did not come, including myself, and succeeded even more than Ellis Cummings are going to bring majority of them here. I do not research because this argument that only Cummings came here and succeeded with corporate ladder, and because of that we need to make him president in Liberia, that's not true. I will need one person tonight on my list. Dr. Christo, the former Minister of Agriculture, actually won his case against Front Page Africa. Defamation character. You all know that corruption case? He won it. Dr. Christo served as president for Australia University. Purely profit-making university. Out of the 50 states prior to today, Australia University was present in 24 states. U.S. states, 24. Australia was established initially as federal government college. Before, they started growing until they found themselves where they found it. They used to train federal government workers. I went there and graduated. Up to today, Dr. Christo is still on the board of Australia. He resigned that job as president of Australia and joined Madam Sadiq government as Minister of Agriculture. In addition to that, he has his own business in New York. In New York today, I said tomorrow or day after today. Okay? That beside him, he got other people employed. He got other people employed. Up to today, Dr. Christo is still on Australia University Board of Trustee, and they refer to him as President Emeritus. Free information. I won't give you everything. Let me add one more there. After this side, the former Minister of Finance. The former Minister of Finance, I'm not talking about people that came, that they now go so far and then Ellen called them to employ them, for example, America, for example. Even right now, America got a better position with World Bank. God say Gafan got better position with World Bank. But these people did not go until they work for government before they came. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who succeeded in this country at corporate level in the American society. Yeah, in America. Not only Ellis Cummings. There are a lot of them. Some of them don't talk, but we know them. I am making my own business to do the research because this minus that Alexander Cummings is the only man that came to this country here and went to school and claimed that corporate ladder at the level of Coca-Cola, and because of that, Liberian presidency should be awarded to him on the power. The quote-unquote how do I call it, ANC people who don't even research. Some of them will even try to question their credential, but will not do it because we know how difficult it is to go to school in America. Because we wanted to. We're not questioning their credential. They got it right. A lot of them got it right. But that analogy doesn't hold water. Liberian presidency should be based on some level of contribution. What has been the position of Cummings when it comes to our political system in Liberia? When it comes to all the ills in Liberia, what has been his position? Is he a beneficiary? Or what? What position should we give him? Say trying to critique other people that are still in government. Staying long in government, we should be rewarding people that stay long in government with honesty. People that did their best. Up to this time, we don't have any corruption allegation against them. If you say you have corruption allegation against somebody, bring the proof. Just their lifestyle alone, we can know. You get humanitarian foundation in Liberia. You go to another collaborating party, you take somebody from there, you made them chief of staff, they made their boyfriend foundation director. That's the kind of presidency you're going to give us. When you become president, and you're not going to get that easily because evident by the result of 2017. And even today, you can't even come up with your running mate right now. I know you're going to say Nawaba Baka. I know, right? That's the next question. But we come here with that conversation. I'm going to research everybody. Majority of those Liberians that year working, My buddy, Prince Selu, according his name, and my uncle, and I have no problem with me. Prince Selu, his brother is one of them. His brother is one of them. Where you live in John Maru, for example? The former auditor general. Where you live in? That one they Kumis. We'll give you a free platform, but the thing will try you a real. And we ain't joking. So my people, let me stop it right there. Let me now restart the conversation. I gotta go take a nap. Okay? So my people, the our lay agency there, yeah. The numbers running all over there. But let me call the number again. 267-648-8012. 701-330-4693. 701-330-4693. Those are the two numbers. The two numbers are on WhatsApp. Even when I travel, they are still working. Don't worry about it. You can call direct. You can call WhatsApp. The only thing I can advise you to do, don't call me on Messenger. Even if you are my friend on Facebook, don't call me on Messenger. You might not get me. Okay? I beg you, my people. I want to say, we overstayed tonight, but guess what? I got my vacation paper in already. I decided I'm not going back to work until I depart this country. I want to go do new paperwork to tell you, God first. We are grateful. We are all right. Not rich people, but we can afford. I'm sitting home for at least 13 days before I leave the country. I'm not doing the white man class. I sit down in my little corner. I want to drink pepper soup. I go get it. I drink it with chicken. If I want good meat or beef, I dey get them. Free time and say so. It's not about trying to say things out there, but we just seeing how simple life is, and our people make it look like Google man. Leadership. For example, Joe Biden was 28 years old when he became senator. The people elected him. He got to sit down and wait for 29 because the U.S. Constitution says so. That man been in government from the get-go. By the time he left from high school. And he's a lawyer. Many people don't even know. Until the man become president. That crime Joe Biden committed. Barack recognized the man. That crime, my people, let tussle and tussle. Say your Kennedy, let me say my Kennedy. Let's stop provoking each other inside opposition. We need to talk on policies about just we are government instead of messing with each other. It's not going to help us. It's going to help George Weah and his government. And we don't want them to stay in our power for 1 second. 1 second. We don't want it. That's the way I think it. When I sit down here, I get more energy to talk. I've gone 2 hours, 57 minutes talking. And the talking can't end. Because the story is just unbelievable. The story about Liberia, bad government, it's just unbelievable. To a point where white boys from America gotta go to our country and tell our leaders, we need you now. Or tell our president, we need you right now. You need to come. Hey, God. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel terrified. That Westerner will continue to tell our leaders how to behave in their home because they're not ready to behave right. Damn it. What is your nature? Sleeping in a hotel tonight. Probably in New York or in Washington or maybe in Florida. I play your eyes. You think, yeah? Have a nice sleep. I'm not going to sleep right now. I'm going to sit on the other computer a little bit. Let me do small office work. I see you for following. You're thinking plenty. You might not forget the cash. I might not forget. Okay?